Hello everyone. In this video, I'm going to show you 10 Stoic ways to stop overthinking and start living a more peaceful and productive life. Overthinking is a common problem that many people face in their daily lives. It can lead to anxiety, stress, indecision, procrastination, and even depression. Overthinking can prevent you from living in the present moment, from enjoying the simple pleasures of life, and from reaching your goals. But by using the Stoic techniques I'm going to share with you in this video, you can stop overthinking and begin living a more peaceful and productive life. These are practical methods that you can apply to any situation, challenge, or opportunity you encounter. These methods are rooted in the wisdom of great Stoic thinkers such as Marcus Aurelius, Seneca, and Epictetus. They are timeless and universal, applicable to everyone, everywhere, at any time. If you're ready to embark on this journey of self-discovery and mental resilience, make sure you've hit the notification bell and subscribed right now. Let's begin. Technique 1. Challenge your negative thoughts. One of the main causes of overthinking is having irrational, unrealistic, or exaggeratedly negative thoughts. These can be self-critical, pessimistic, or fear-driven thoughts. They can also be thoughts based on assumptions, expectations, or judgments. But Stoicism teaches us that our thoughts are not facts. We can challenge them and change them. As the Stoic philosopher Marcus Aurelius said, "The happiness of your life depends upon the quality of your thoughts." Therefore, the fundamental way to stop overthinking is to challenge your negative thoughts and replace them with more constructive ones. These negative thought patterns often include the following: all or nothing thinking, seeing events in black and white terms as either good or bad, success or failure, perfect or worthless. Overgeneralization, drawing sweeping conclusions based on a single event or experience, such as "I always mess things up," or "nothing ever goes the way I want." Mental filtering, focusing only on the negative aspects of a situation while ignoring the positive ones, such as "I did a terrible job" or "nobody likes me," disqualifying the positive. Rejecting or minimizing the positive aspects of a situation or yourself. Saying things like, "It was just luck," or "that doesn't count." Jumping to conclusions, making negative predictions or interpretations without sufficient evidence, such as "she hates me" or "he thinks I'm an idiot." Magnification or minimization, either exaggerating the importance or severity of a situation, thinking this is the end of the world, or downplaying it entirely, thinking this is nothing. Emotional reasoning, assuming that your feelings reflect reality, such as "I feel guilty, so I must have done something wrong," or "I feel hopeless, so there's no point in trying." Should statements, imposing unrealistic, rigid rules on yourself or others like "I should be perfect" or "he should love me." Labeling, attaching negative labels to yourself or others such as "I'm a loser" or "he's a jerk." Personalization, taking responsibility or blame for things that are not your fault or are outside your control, like "it's all my fault" or "the reason she left is me." Now let's look at what you can do to challenge these negative thoughts. For example, if you're overthinking about a mistake you made at work, start by identifying the negative thought that's causing the overthinking. "I'm a complete failure and I'm going to get fired." Then ask yourself whether this thought is actually true based on facts and evidence. No, it isn't true. It was a minor mistake that can be corrected. I've done many good things at work before. I haven't received any negative feedback from my boss or colleagues. If the thought isn't true, ask yourself, what is an alternative, more realistic or constructive thought I could have instead? I'm human, and sometimes I make mistakes. I can learn from this and improve myself. I am a capable and valuable person, and I have tremendous potential. Repeat this positive thought to yourself until you believe it and begin to feel better. Technique 2. Use the dichotomy of control. Another Stoic technique that can help you stop overthinking is using the dichotomy of control. This is a simple but powerful tool that helps you distinguish between what is and isn't within your control, and act accordingly. The dichotomy of control can be applied to any situation, challenge, or opportunity you face. All you need to do is ask yourself 2 questions. Is this within my control or not? If not, can I influence it or not? Based on your answers, you can choose one of 4 responses. If it is within your control, you can take action and accept responsibility. If it is not within your control but you can influence it, you can try to improve it or make it more favorable for yourself. If it is not within your control and you cannot influence it, you can accept it and adapt to it. And if it is not within your control, you cannot influence it, and it is harmful or unwanted, then you can avoid it or distance yourself from it. By using the dichotomy of control, you'll be able to stop overthinking and start acting in a rational and effective way. You'll also be able to avoid unnecessary stress, frustration, and anger, and instead cultivate gratitude, peace, and resilience. For example, if you're overthinking about a relationship you're in, you can use the dichotomy of control to decide what to do. Ask yourself, is this relationship within my control or not? If not, can I influence it or not? If the relationship is within your control, you can take actions and responsibilities such as communicating your needs, expressing your feelings, or resolving conflicts. If the relationship is not within your control but you can influence it, you can try to improve it or make it more favorable. For instance, by giving compliments, showing appreciation, or offering support. If the relationship is not within your control and you cannot influence it, you can accept it and adapt to it by respecting the other person's choices, boundaries, and preferences. And if the relationship is not within your control, you cannot influence it, and it is harmful or unwanted, you can distance yourself from it by ending the relationship, cutting off contact, or simply moving on. Technique 3. Focus on what you can control. Another major cause of overthinking is worrying about things that are outside your control. These can be external factors such as other people's opinions, the outcomes of events, or the future. They can also be internal factors such as your thoughts, emotions, or impulses. But Stoicism teaches us that the only thing we can truly control is our own actions and reactions. Everything else is indifferent, meaning it does not affect our happiness or our virtue. As the Stoic philosopher Epictetus said, "Some things are within our power while others are not. Within our power are opinion, motivation, desire, aversion, and in a word, whatever is of our own doing. Not within our power are our body, our property, reputation, office, and in a word, whatever is not of our own doing." Therefore, the Stoic way to stop overthinking is to focus on the things you can control and let go of the things you cannot. This will help you avoid wasting your time and energy on unnecessary worries and fears, and instead channel them into productive and meaningful action. For example, if you're overthinking about a presentation you have to give at work, you can focus on what you can control, preparing your slides, rehearsing your speech, and presenting with confidence. You can let go of what you cannot control, such as how the audience will react, what feedback your boss will give, or what technical problems might arise. By doing this, you can reduce your anxiety and actually perform better. Technique 4. Practice gratitude. The fourth Stoic practice that can help you stop overthinking is the practice of gratitude. Gratitude is a feeling of appreciation and thankfulness for the things you have in your life. Your health, your family, your friends, your talents, your opportunities, and even your challenges. Gratitude can help you stop overthinking by shifting your focus from what is lacking to what you have, from what is wrong to what is right, and from the negative to the positive. Stoicism teaches us to be grateful not only for the good things, but also for the bad things, and for the things we tend to take for granted. As the Stoic philosopher Seneca said, "Nothing is more honorable than a grateful heart." One way to practice gratitude is to reflect on the benefits and lessons you can draw from any situation, challenge, or opportunity you encounter. You can also express your gratitude to the people who have helped you, supported you, or inspired you in any way. To practice gratitude, you can use these steps and every morning write down 3 things in your life that you are grateful for. They can be big or small, simple or complex, personal or universal. Every evening, write down 3 things that happened during the day that you are grateful for. These can be events, experiences, interactions, or achievements. Whenever you face a challenge or setback, write down 3 things about that situation you are grateful for. These can be benefits, lessons, opportunities, or growth. Whenever someone gives you a compliment, a gift, a kindness, or a gesture of goodwill, write down 3 things about that person you are grateful for. These can be their qualities, actions, words, or gestures. Repeat these steps every day until gratitude becomes a habit and a mindset for you. Let me illustrate this with an example from my own YouTube channel to make it more tangible. For instance, if I've started overthinking about a negative comment someone left on one of my videos, I can practice gratitude using these steps. Every morning, write down 3 things you are grateful for. I am grateful that I have a YouTube channel where I can share my passion for Stoicism. I am grateful that I have a loyal and supportive audience that appreciates my content. I am grateful that I have access to the internet and the resources that allow me to create and upload videos. Every evening, write down 3 things from the day you are grateful for. I am grateful that I received positive feedback from a viewer who said my video helped them overcome a personal challenge. I am grateful that I discovered a new book about Stoicism that I can use as a reference in my next video. I am grateful that after a productive workday, I was able to spend relaxing and enjoyable time with my family. When facing a challenge, write down 3 things about it you are grateful for. I am grateful for the negative comments someone left criticizing my video because it shows me that I can still improve and learn from my mistakes. It also shows me that I have the courage to put myself out there and express my ideas even when they're not universally accepted. And it shows me that I have the freedom to choose how I respond, and that I can use this as an opportunity to practice Stoicism and grow as a person. When someone offers you a kindness, write down 3 things about them you are grateful for. I am grateful for the compliment I received from someone who praised my video, because it tells me they have good taste and a genuine interest in Stoicism. It also shows me that they have a generous and kind heart, and that they want to encourage and motivate me. And it shows me that they are respectful and gracious, that they know how to express appreciation and gratitude. Technique 5. Live in the present moment. Another Stoic principle that can help you stop overthinking is living in the present moment. The present is the only time you have. It is the only time you can act, and the only time that truly matters. The past is gone and the future is uncertain. As Seneca said, all of the future lies in uncertainty. Live immediately. The Stoic way to live in the present moment is to focus on the task at hand, the person in front of you, or the experience you are living through. By doing this, you can avoid overthinking about the past or the future, and instead savor and make the most of the present. For example, if you're overthinking about a decision you need to make, you can use the following steps to live in the present moment. Whenever you catch yourself overthinking about the consequences or alternatives of your decision, bring your attention back to the present moment. You can do this by noticing what you see, hear, smell, taste, or touch around you. The color of the sky, the sound of birds, the smell of coffee, the taste of chocolate, the texture of fabric. When you are doing something, do it with your full attention and concentration. You can achieve this by eliminating distractions, your phone, your computer, your television. You can also break your decision down into smaller, manageable steps and focus on one step at a time. Gathering information, weighing the pros and cons, consulting experts, or making a list. When you are with someone, be fully present with them, with complete awareness and attentiveness. Do this by listening actively, asking questions, giving feedback, and showing empathy. Express your emotions, share your thoughts, and be authentic. If you feel comfortable and trust them, you can also ask for their perspective, advice, or support regarding your decision. When you have an experience, live it with full appreciation and enjoyment. Be curious, open-minded, and adventurous. Be grateful, positive, and joyful. You can also try something new, fun, or relaxing, like reading a book, watching a film, playing a game, or meditating, to help clear your mind. Technique 6. Use the view from above. The sixth Stoic technique that can help you stop overthinking is using the view from above. This is a mental exercise that can help you gain a broader and more objective perspective on the situation, challenge, or opportunity you're facing. The view from above can help you stop overthinking by reducing your attachment, your ego, and your stress, while increasing your humility, your wisdom, and your peace of mind. All you need to do is imagine yourself rising up from your current position and seeing yourself and your situation from higher and higher vantage points. You can start from your room, then your house, then your street, then your city, then your country, then your continent, then your planet, then your solar system, then your galaxy. As you do this, you can observe just how small and insignificant you and your situation are in the grand scheme of things. You can also observe how vast and beautiful the universe is, and how everything is connected and interdependent. By using the view from above, you'll be able to stop overthinking and start appreciating the big picture. You'll also realize that your problems are not as large or as important as you thought, and that there is much to be grateful for, even to marvel at. Let's return to the YouTube example. If you're overthinking because someone left a negative comment, imagine yourself rising up, seeing yourself from higher and higher points of view. Start from your room where you are sitting in front of your computer, then zoom out to your home where your family lives, the people who love and support you, then to your street where your friendly neighbors live, then to your city where you have access to so many opportunities, then to your planet, your beautiful and unique home, then to your solar system, then to your galaxy, and finally to your universe, infinite, mysterious, filled with space, time, and matter. As you do this, you can observe how small and insignificant both you and your situation are in the grand design of things. You can also recognize that the negative comment is just one of billions of comments made every day, and that it does not define you or your worth. You can also see that your YouTube channel is just one of millions of channels in existence, and that being able to share your passion with others is a privilege and an opportunity. By using the view from above, you can stop overthinking and begin to appreciate the bigger picture. Technique 7. Practice negative visualization, premeditatio malorum. The seventh Stoic technique that can help you stop overthinking is practicing negative visualization, known in Latin as premeditatio malorum, the premeditation of evils. This is a mental exercise that helps you prepare yourself for the worst-case scenarios you might encounter. Negative visualization can help you stop overthinking by reducing your fear, anxiety, and sense of being overwhelmed, and by increasing your courage, confidence, and readiness. All you need to do is imagine yourself confronted with the worst possible outcomes and think about how you would handle them. As Seneca said, "The unexpected blows harder. Unexpectedness adds to the weight of a disaster." This is why we must ensure that nothing takes us by surprise. At every opportunity, we should project our thoughts forward and consider not just the ordinary course of events, but every possibility. Therefore, the Stoic way to use negative visualization is to anticipate the worst and plan for the best. For example, if you're overthinking about a decision, imagine yourself facing the worst possible outcomes. You make the wrong decision and regret it later. You make the right decision but face unexpected difficulties. You make no decision at all and miss an opportunity. Then think about how you would deal with these. You accept your decision and learn from it. You adapt to the new situation and overcome the challenges. You take action and find the solution. You forgive yourself and others and move forward. By using negative visualization, you'll be able to stop overthinking and start making decisions with greater clarity, calm, and confidence. Technique 8. Use the role model technique. Another Stoic technique that can help you stop overthinking is using the role model technique. This is a mental exercise that helps you emulate the behavior, attitude, and actions of someone you admire, respect, or aspire to be like. The role model technique can help you stop overthinking by reducing your doubt, confusion, and hesitation. All you need to do is think of someone who you consider a role model and ask yourself, what would they do, think, or feel in my situation? You can also imagine yourself in conversation with them and ask for their advice. Your role model can be anyone, a historical figure, a fictional character like Yoda, or a real person like Tim Ferriss. Imagine what they would say. Marcus Aurelius might say, "Remember that you are not harmed by what happens to you, but by how you think about it." Yoda might say, "Fear leads to anger. Anger leads to hate. Hate leads to suffering. Do not let the negative comment make you fearful." Tim Ferriss might say, "Don't let the negative comment discourage you. Focus on the 20% of your audience who love and support you." By using the role model technique, you'll be able to stop overthinking and start responding to life in a more rational, virtuous, and effective way. Technique 9. Keep a journal. The journal-keeping technique is another Stoic practice. This is a mental exercise that helps you express your thoughts, feelings, and actions in writing. The journal-keeping technique can help you stop overthinking by reducing mental clutter, stress, and confusion, and by increasing your clarity, self-awareness, and understanding. The only rule is to be honest, open, and reflective. As Epictetus said, don't just say you have read books, show that through them you have learned to think better, to be a more discriminating and reflective human being. To use the journal-keeping technique, follow these steps. Choose a time and place where you can write without interruptions. Choose a tool that works for you. Begin by writing the date and the topic you want to explore. Write your thoughts, feelings, and actions related to the topic. Review what you've written and look for patterns. Ask yourself, what did I learn? What can I improve? What can I do next? Repeat these steps every day or whenever you feel the need to write. For example, if you're overthinking about a decision you need to make, write down,